Hi guys, Michelle Visser. I'm the author of Sweet Maple, the founder of SoulyRested.com, and the host of the Simple Doesn't Mean Easy podcast. I hope that you find me in one of those places so I can get to know you a little bit better. Please also like and subscribe to my channel. It makes a huge difference supporting our family and the efforts that we're making here on our little sugar bush and farm. Today, I'm going to bring you into the kitchen and I'm going to break down the differences in 3 mixers that I've been using for quite a while so that I could compare them and decide which one might be the best, maybe which one might be best for you. I'm just going to break down what I like, what I don't like, and hopefully I'm going to give you some insight that will help you if you are in the market for a good kitchen mixer. So these are the 3 mixers that I am familiar with. I've had a chance to use all 3 of them for quite a while now. I will tell you, this is the one I've been using for, 5 or 6 years. And before this, I had the lower model KitchenAid. So KitchenAid is definitely the one I'm more familiar with, but I have been using the Bosch and the Artiste for quite a while now to be able to compare them and give you an idea of how they compare and maybe help you choose which one is best for you. So I'm going to link in the description more information about them, comparing them in greater detail, but I thought I would just give you an idea of my initial thoughts on all of them. I got the KitchenAid Professional 600 back when I first started trying to make maple sugar and make it a lot for our family. We are sugar makers. There's a lot here on the YouTube channel all about that. And I killed my KitchenAid. So I guess that's one thing. If you are looking at a lower model KitchenAid, I would tell you, depending on how often you're going to be using it and what you're going to be using it for, it's not going to last you for a lifetime. This, on the other hand, has a professional motor, and I've used it to make numerous batches yearly of maple sugar, which really puts a lot of beating on a motor, and it's done beautifully. These also have strong motors, though, so that's something you could compare the specs. I know that this one is a 500 watt motor, the Artiste, and my professional is a 550 watt motor, so they're very similar. This one I honestly need to check into. That's maybe something you could do a Google and find more about, or if I find out more, I'll put it in the description. I feel like, having used all 3 of them, if I was just starting out building my kitchen, I think the Artiste is a great way to start. It's a really great price for a decent powered motor, and it does a really good job. Also, if you are a person who likes to have a specific attachment for a specific job, both of these mixers are going to make you very happy. This one even more so. So I feel like this is an upgrade if you go with the Bosch and you start with the Artiste after a few years and you discover that you really are using your mixer a lot. This would be the next step, and it makes a lot of sense because the attachments are compatible for these 2. But the Bosch has even more attachments. There are some that you can use on both, such as the ice cream maker. I've used this a good bit, and it has made some really great ice cream. What I really like about this compared to my separate ice cream maker that I own, I have a Cuisinart ice cream maker, and that one, I really like it, but you do have to have your bowl frozen to be able to make your ice cream. I love this ice cream attachment. Like I said, it works with the Artiste and the Bosch. Because you don't have to have your bowl frozen. You can make multiple batches, one after another, and serve a whole lot of people with your delicious ice cream that's made with all natural ingredients. Super good, really useful attachment. Another attachment that I really love, you can't use with the Artiste, only with the Bosch, and that is this handy blender. So again, if you're just starting off building your kitchen and you don't have all the things, a great thing to both of these mixers, but more so the Bosch, is that you can build your attachments. You know, every birthday and every Christmas you can ask for another attachment, and the motor is all right here. So your attachments are going to be a great, useful attachment, but taking advantage of a strong motor. So it's going to cost a lot less to buy your attachments than to go out and buy an expensive blender that has a motor like this. So when you're using your attachments on the Bosch, you simply take off this little pad here, and you wouldn't need to have your bowl on. So you can take this over and put it on here, and that's going to keep anyone from being able to touch this moving gear, because this gear is going to move when your motor is moving. And then you put your blender on, and what has a vacuum seal, and that keeps the nutrients in your smoothie or whatever you're making. So you simply put this little pump on, give it a few pumps, it's taken all the air out, and you're having a really high nutrient smoothie, shake, whatever it is that you're making. It works beautifully. This is my favorite thing about this mixer, I think. Now, how do they compare as far as if you're a bread maker? I can tell you that the most loaves of bread you can make is going to be out of the Bosch. This unit, the combination of the size of the bowl and the power of the motor, I am told, I haven't done this myself, can make 14 loaves of bread at once. Let me get this hooked on. Okay. The KitchenAid can make 8 loaves of bread at once, and the Artiste can make 6 loaves of bread at once. So, I mean, honestly, I'm never making more than 6 loaves of bread at once, so I don't know if that matters a lot to you, but I thought I'd throw that in there in case you're an avid bread maker and make a lot at once. I will say that what I love about these, that I really wish I could have in my KitchenAid, is the open top. I love the total access to be able to add my ingredients while it's mixing. It just makes it so much more convenient. There is, on the Bosch, there's this lid that I really like, that it has this lip. So I leave this on all the time, and I only add this if I'm adding an ingredient that's like a crazy poof gonna make a mess. But I'll just leave this on as it's mixing and keep adding my ingredients. The Artiste, I'm not as big a fan of this lid because it spins. It doesn't have the center access that you can get, it doesn't have as great of an access. So if you're looking for the open top, total access, this is the unit to go with for sure. The KitchenAid, you're not gonna get that. I mean, because the motor is on top, I just, you go to add something and it's hard to scrape it out of your bowl to get it in. So that's definitely a negative for me with the KitchenAid. On the other hand, I've been using the KitchenAid for decades, and when I switched to the Bosch and tried the Artiste, the thing I missed the absolute most is this handle. I didn't realize how much I relied on the handle, but I mean, when I'm baking something and I want to scoop all the contents out, I want my handle. So I really miss that when I'm using one of these, because it's just a little more awkward. You have to hug the bowl instead of having a handle to use. I will say though that the Artiste bowl has a really nice lip on it. So I have learned that I can use this instead of a handle, and that works pretty well. Unfortunately, at least as far as I know, the Artiste does not come with a stainless steel bowl. So while I like the lip, I do miss that I can't have a stainless steel bowl on this model. If I was looking to just start out, like I said, this is definitely the one I go with though. I've been very pleased with it. The attachments work great, and it does have that open top, and it's a really good price point. Another thing that I've never liked about my KitchenAid, well, actually 2 things. It is very heavy. These are so lightweight, and they do have suction cups on the bottom. Let me show you, I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Right? So the suction cups are going to keep it in place as it's vibrating and mixing a whole lot of dough for you. Because it's so lightweight, they needed the suction cups to keep it in place. So if this is a mixer that you want to keep stored in a cabinet or somewhere else and just bring it out when you're using it, these are the ones to choose from for sure. This baby is not moving. It stays in one place in my kitchen and it doesn't move because it is heavy. I think it's actually more than twice the pounds. I don't know the weight of the Bosch, but this one is 13 pounds versus 29 pounds for the KitchenAid. The other thing that I'm not crazy about the KitchenAid is the height. Depending on your kitchen layout, if you have upper cabinets that come down low, the KitchenAid does not always fit. I have literally one spot in my kitchen where the height of my KitchenAid will fit well that I can leave it all the time. So that's everything I can think of. I will tell you, I've used all 3 of them. I have been very pleased with all 3 of them. They certainly work well. They're great machines. So I'm hoping that by breaking down what I like and don't like about them, maybe it's helped you decide which one might be best for you. To sum it up, if I was starting out, Artiste is absolutely the way to go. Great mixer, great price. I would probably then bump up to the Bosch because I can use all my attachments, but I'd get even more like that blender that I love. And then when I'm ready to really have more of like a professional kitchen, when I'm to the point that I'm using my mixer a whole lot and I want the best, I would bump up to the KitchenAid Professional 600. Hope that helps.